the Zoom meeting today, the date, real creative. Forgot to put wake up call on there. Oh well. All right, guys. So one of the things I was going to talk about today is actually like it's from a Bible story. You don't have to agree with the Bible story portion if you don't want to, but there's a really famous David and Goliath Bible story. Even if you don't go to church, I would guess that you probably in some capacity have heard the David and Goliath Bible story. I might be wrong, but I would guess that most people on here are relatively familiar with David and Goliath, right? It's basically this teenage boy went into battle with a rock and a slingshot, slayed a giant. And he was called to be the king. He was appointed to be a king, anointed. Some of y'all are anointed to sell life insurance, but you haven't gotten appointed yet by the state. That's another story. You're out here to slay giants, Josh, but you haven't. That was good. Y'all are laughing. All right, you are awake. Sorry guys, I've been cracking myself up the last couple of days. But for real, he was anointed as king, meaning like he knew he was going to be the king. But for 15 years, God was working on him before he was appointed. Right. And if we go back to the anointed but not appointed yet, and you were talking about the business, I know this is silly, but I accidentally just walked right into this analogy. This is good. If you're not appointed yet, are you working on your skills to be the leader that you need to be and to be the agent that you need to be and to be helping the families so you can go out and do the things that you're supposed to do with that license? Right. Are you getting better? Are you putting in the time to get better? Dude, like I'm going to keep calling Brian, I'm going to keep calling you out over and over again because I'm so freaking proud you're on every single call on vacation. Never missed a call. His camera's always on. I've talked to you a few times throughout the process. We're texting back and forth about the business, talking on the phone while you're at Universal. You're from Michigan in Tampa coming to training tonight, guys. Like, look, and maybe that I would guess that your vacation to Tampa was already, or Florida was already planned before you joined the business, but like you can't deny the time. Baby. You can't. I mean, I guess you could, but like for everybody else, it's pretty obvious. Right? It's like you're supposed to be here, right? But guys, like for real, like you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to do things. You're supposed to be big in the business. It's not going to be easy. Right. And if you're here looking for an easy 50, 100 grand a year, guys, I'll just be honest. My favorite Ian Pruckner audio, and I'm not giving it to you if you're brand new because there's a lot of other things you need to listen to first. But my favorite Ian Pruckner audio is he says the quote that he says in there is the $50,000 a year that you're going to make in Primerica is the hardest $50,000 a year you're ever going to make. But the $500,000 a year that you're going to make in Primerica is the easiest $500,000 a year you're going to make anywhere. I'll say that again. The $50,000 a year Primerica earner is working their ass off, and it's the hardest $50,000 a year that you're going to make. You go get a job and make 50 grand, it's way easier. But the $500,000, the $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 income earner in Primerica, there's nothing easier for you to make that kind of money in. Why, guys? Why is that? Because I'll be honest, I believe if you can make $30,000 a year in Primerica, you can make $1 million. It's just doing more of that same thing over and over again and doing it faster. And guys, I believe in my heart of hearts, and I've been like telling myself this, that I'm $1 million earner. Like I make $1 million a year. I have $1 million plus net worth. I've been saying that stuff to myself for the last 6 months ish. But I've been saying it, and I'm starting to actually believe that we're doing that. That's the craziest part, is we're telling ourselves, right? Y'all are telling yourselves, oh, I can't, whatever. And whatever you're telling yourself is what's going to come true. But then here's the other parts of that, guys. Like you telling yourself that, oh, I'm going to be I'm going to be $1 million earner. I'm going to be an RVP. But then you don't put the work in to get there. You're not going to get there, guys. Like you're like building a house on sand. You got to lay the foundation. The foundation is your activity level. The foundation is you breaking your freaking single day appointment setting record. How many of y'all put me in the Zoom chat if you broke your single day appointment setting record yesterday? Right? I don't think not one of you did. Here's the thing. All I'm going to be talking about all month long is you breaking your single day appointment setting record. And some of you are going to get so damn annoyed at me talking about that every single day. And you're like, Dan, shut up. I get it. I should break my appointments. Then go do it so you can put the background up. All right. I'll have a background today for you all, or tomorrow at the latest. that once you break your single day appointment setting record, that's your Zoom background all month long. And everybody on these Zoom calls is going to get to see that you actually kept your word and you did what was required to get better. And you took your activity to the next level. And here's the thing. Some of y'all are going to do it. Some of y'all are going to sit back and you're going to be like, that's stupid. I don't need to do that. That's not what it takes. Guys, I can tell you from being on both sides of the coin, saying, okay, I don't need to track my activity. I don't need high personal activity. It's just going to happen. Versus actually tracking my activity on a day-to-day basis. When I actually track my activity, you know what happens? The business grows. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. It's
both those scenarios have happened.
And guys, yes, both of the scenarios have happened. Like if you look at our income levels, when we were making the most money, which is right now, by the way, but when we were making the most money in Primerica before this run that we're on right now, it was when we were tracking our activity every day. I was getting held accountable to my activity level. I had a check-in, a full-timers call every morning, and I allowed my coach to kick my ass. I didn't get on here and get butthurt when he told me to go do what I needed to do. I actually did the things that I was supposed to do, and my income skyrocketed. Right. So that's the thing that you need to understand, and you don't have to like it, but you need to understand that I'm not here to like get under your skin and make you feel bad. I'm here to make you realize that you just got to take your activity to another level if you want to get to where you're going. Everybody thinks that they're going to be able to get to some new level magically by doing the same crap that got you to where you're at right now. You can't. It's not possible. You have to take your activity to another level. It is the first day of the month right now. I want to challenge everybody on this call. Go find something and close it today. Go be a day one closer. Like, guys, look, like, I'll be real with you. We have on this call right now, last month, there were 3 people that closed on the first day of the month. It was me, Karen, and Josh last month. And Josh, I believe Josh closed for Bree also. So I think there was 4 people that closed on day 1 last month. It's the first day of the month. It is the first day of May. It's the Justin Timberlake month, right? It's the 4th. We need more than 4 people, individual people, to close today. You need to go out there and you need to be a day one closer. How many appointments do you have on your calendar? Do you have 1 or do you have 10? And if you only got 1, why? Is it just we didn't do what was required to get more appointments on the calendar? I know I'm kind of beating you guys up the last couple of days, but guys, look, like we don't get to another level. I'm not on a 90-day run just for fun, because I enjoy being at the office all day long. I'm on a 90-day run right now because I'm trying to build something massive for you and for my family. And some of y'all are actually buckling up and doing the crap that's required to get there. Some of you guys are flies on the wall, and you can be a fly on the wall. That's awesome. But don't be a fly on the wall and then be mad when the people leave the room that you're a fly on the wall in because they're working. And I've watched that happen. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you guys to be willing to put the effort in to get to where you need to go. Is that fair? Cool. All right. That's all I'm going to beat you guys up about this morning. You need to step into your purpose. Like I said at the beginning of this call, and I said it on our Bible study too, but like, you were not called just to be on Zoom, laying in your bed with your camera off, not paying attention, not doing the crap you need to do every day. Right? You were not called to lay on your couch all day long and set appointments. You're called to get up off your butt and go lead people. And maybe you don't believe that for yourself right now, but you would not be here right now at this point in our business if you weren't supposed to be one of the leaders that we're going to develop into multi-$100,000, $1 million earners over the next 10 years.
If you think he's talking to you, he is.
Like, you were not called just to not get by. You were not called to be small in this business. You were not called to run 1 appointment a week and not get by. Like, I'm just being real with you guys. Like the vision that I have for our business and our team would scare some of you because of the amount of work that's required by me to get there, not even by you. But it's like, dude, holy crap, how are you going to, we're going to get there, and not by my own strength, but we're going to get there, and it's going to be crazy. And in 2 years, guys, I'm telling you, when we cross that stage next convention and we get a 2nd diamond, a 3rd diamond, a 4th diamond, a 5th diamond, an ownership plaque, an MVP trophy, and then we start seeing y'all crossing the stage as RVPs and $50,000, $100,000 earners. And some of you guys are going to be up in the balcony looking down at everybody crossing the stage being like, that could have been me, but I didn't put the work in that was required last May when Dan told me to buckle up and go do it. Don't be that person.
You really want to know how awkward it is to stand in front of those cameras walking.
Guys, I'm serious. Like, I'm so serious right now, guys. Like, when we joined the business, Andy, like guys, you need to understand when Taylor and I joined the business, this time of year is special to me because there's 7 months left in the year, and you could still go make $50,000 to $100,000 because this is when Taylor and I joined the business. May 13th, we're 11 days away from our 2-year anniversary in Primerica. We've been paid $250,000. I said this on our orientation last night, guys. We've been paid just under $250,000. We were making $27,000 a year as a gym owner. What? Yeah, we were making $27,000 a year as a gym owner. I'm not great at math, but that is almost 10 times my annual income in 2 years. If you can figure out what I'm trying to say right now, that is almost 10 years, a decade of work compressed into 2 years. I feel like I've worked less than I did when I had my gym. I have more fun. We live a much better life, a much more fun life. Is there still stress? Absolutely. But don't sit there and be like, it's not for me. Like what Dan's talking about, it's not me. Like I can't do that. Yes, you can.
And I'm talking to you.
And guys, like we're going to take this to a whole nother level. I said that 90 or 120 days ago at this point, and we did. We went from 6 or 7 of y'all on this call to 23 people on average. We're like averaging 20 to 23 people on a wake-up call every day. From 6 or 7, some of you were there, to now 23, 24, 25. We've had as many as 30 on a wake-up call. In 4 months, what's that going to look like when that's your team getting on the wake-up call and you have 40 bodies getting on the wake-up call every day and getting better? Why can't you do that in 90 days? Let's sit on that for a second, right? Like for real, why can't that be your team? It's and here's probably the truth that you might not want to hear, because you might not be willing to put the work in. Because it's not easy. Some of you guys have other jobs, and I respect that you have other jobs, but that other job, you're replaceable. You come back from, you go on vacation, you might come back to no job, right, Elian? You experienced that a couple months ago. He got like basically fired while he was on vacation.
No, I quit.
Oh, they said he quit because he went on vacation after he told him he was leaving. Guys, look, like I know we have this facade in our society that our jobs are safe. They're not. Like, and I'm not here to like scare you all away or to scare you to quit your job or anything like that. But what I'm telling you right now is something that I've just been praying over our business in the last couple of days. I just feel like God's like, you got to push on the people right now. Every once in a while, you got to shake the tree. Some of you guys might not like what I'm saying, but a couple of you guys are like, all right, he's talking to me. Like, I got to take my crap to the next level. And honestly, that was Taylor. So y'all can thank Taylor for this sassy Dan. Because on Sunday night, she's like, we're getting up at 5 a.m. We're going to the gym and we're going to take our business to another level. I was like, crap, she's going to do it. I got to do it too. Right. And so I started listening to Relentless by Tim Grover yesterday. And I'm like, dang, I've been acting like a freaking cooler. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should read the book. It'll change your life. A cooler is somebody that just sits by and watches everybody else win. For the last 12 months, that's not me, but it burns my butt so bad to watch all these other freaking people in A&D, like Mario's talking about this guy and that guy and Tony and Manny. And look, I love those guys, but like they're not their teams are not better than you guys. They're not more committed than y'all. Like y'all are on this call every single day, getting better, working, building, trying to get better in the business. But here's the one thing that you're missing. It starts with an A, activity. Guys, write this down. Activity is everything. Your activity is everything. I don't care how good or bad you are. You cannot outperform or underperform the activity. If you recruit one person and that one person quits, God bless them, right? But if you have 10 people and 6 people quit, guess what? You still got 4. Guys, your activity is everything. And here's the reality of Primerica. For the first 30 days of you driving your activity to another level, you're going to feel like it's not worth it. Nothing else is happening.
I'm just coming in here.
We're just running into all these things, right? We got all these issues and people are quitting and no one's showing up on meetings. Nobody's getting licensed. Guys, I'll be super transparent with you. When you first start, when you make the commitment to go get after it, the first 30 days is going to feel like everything falls apart. You're like, oh, the momentum I had, it all fell apart. Guys, when we started our little 90-day run 4 months ago, one of our most committed people quit. went somewhere else, recruited 4 or 5 people from our team away from our team to a different thing. Right? Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. That happened. Right? Had some stress financially on our house that was not anticipated at all with a couple things that were going on. Had some not like family stuff necessarily, but just unnecessary random stresses, guys. When you make that real commitment, and some of you that have been around for a little bit, you heard Andy talk about this when Jessica Powers got promoted to RVP. She went from not being able to pay her mortgage to making 40 grand in 60 days as a senior regional leader. Why? Because she made a commitment. When you make a commitment, when you make a real commitment, and you all know what I'm talking about with a commitment versus you text your trainer, you're like, I'm going to do a 90-day run. And you know, in the back of your head, as soon as you run into a trial, you're like, oh, I'm going to restart on Monday. Right? Like, I'll do it later. No, that's not a real commitment. A real commitment is I'm going to do what's required, period, with a T on the end, like period, right? Period. That's with a T at the end, Josh. Yeah, exactly, Tammy. You see what I'm saying? But it's that real commitment, right? The real commitment to do the things that are required every day. Guess what's going to happen the second you make that commitment to yourself? Test, trial, are you committed? Flat tire, extra charge on your bank account, overdraft, everything. And you'll be like, what in the hell? Like, I made a commitment I was going to do. This was going to be what changed my life. Yeah, what changes your life is all the things that's been going on in your life forever. Are you going to react differently to them? Because the way you normally react to them gets you to where you are right now. Here's my challenge to you guys. For the next 90 days, whatever you feel like you should do, if you're like, man, I just don't know if I'm going to send any messages, and you don't normally do that, do the opposite. I don't know if I'll make my calls later. Nope, that's old broke me. Real $1 million earner me is going to make those calls right now. And you're going to get off your butt and you're going to go to a different environment. Maybe it's a different room. Maybe you step outside and make your phone calls. And I would challenge every single one of you guys, and some of you guys are going to think I'm crazy. Lock yourself in a room today and don't leave it until you send your messages, do your phone calls, and send your friend requests. And watch, you're going to set appointments. It's going to be the craziest thing ever. But don't leave until you do it. And you can't do anything except for messages, friend requests, and phone calls. So, like, guys, you have to know how you're motivated. Like Tim Grover talks about this in one of his books. I think it's Winning. You need to know how you're motivated. Are you a stick or a carrot person? Right? Some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, right? Are you a stick or a carrot person? Think about a horse. Like, the horse is either motivated by the stick or the carrot. What do I mean by that? The carrot person, the goal person, you dangle a carrot in front of the horse and he's just going to walk aimlessly forever until he gets the carrot, right? Because he's goal motivated. The other one just going to stand there and look at the carrot and be like, that's a cool carrot, but I don't know if I want that one, right? And he all of a sudden he gets motivated when he gets hungry or he gets whipped in the butt. And then he tries to move away from the stick that's hitting his butt. Does that make sense? And so some of you guys right now, you're like, try to motivate yourself with a carrot, but you're not a carrot motivated person. You're a stick motivated person. Guys, like you need to figure out what you're accountable to. Guys, one of the things that I'm accountable to in my coaching group that I committed to yesterday myself was, if I don't write $20,000 in personal premium, I owe everybody else in that group $100. There are 10 people in that group. So y'all do the math. If I don't write $20,000 in personal premium, I owe $1,000 to that coaching group, to each individual person in that group, all the other people. And Taylor, I didn't even tell Taylor about that. And she's like, that's stressful. But guess what I'm going to do every month? I'm going to write 20 grand in premium. Why? Because I'm a stick motivated person when it comes to that side of my business. I know myself. I've written $20,000 in personal premium every time I've decided to actually work. It's not that hard for me, but I have to have something, Brian, that's going to hold me accountable to doing that. Right? I know that that's a parameter that I do. And here's the thing. If I go write 20 grand in personal premium, I'll make 15 grand. And if I write 19,000 in personal premium, I'll make 14. So like, I'm still going to we're going to have higher income because of that anyway. No, but what? You'll make 13. Sorry, I make 13,000. I don't know what's Taylor. Why did you say 13,000? You owe 1,000. Oh yeah, because I owe 1,000. Taylor's right. So I'll owe $1,000. But nonetheless, guys, you got to understand what I'm saying here. Like, maybe you're like, I can't give $100 to everybody. That's cool. Get yourself an accountability partner, and every day that you don't set 3 appointments, I mean, 3 is the minimum, but really every day you don't set 5 appointments, you send somebody $10. You send somebody, make it a number that hurts just a little bit. Don't make it a number that makes you broke, but make it a number that hurts just a little bit. You're like, man, like I spend $10 at Starbucks every day. Cool. That number doesn't hurt you. So it needs to be higher than that. Okay. I'm just being real with you. And every day you don't set 3 to 5 appointments, you Venmo your accountability partner $20, $30.
Bless the plan, remember.
Yeah, or you donate it to an organization that you don't like, right? Like you're voting for one side of the one party, you're donating to the other party every time you don't. I'm serious. Like find something that's gonna motivate you to you don't want to give your money there and do it, guys. Like, and I'm telling you, some of you guys are listening, you're like, that's crazy. Why would I ever do that? Why do I have to pay to do a job? You don't have to do that. I'm just trying to tell you something that's going to help you make money. I'm sorry. And you don't have to like it. But guys, leaders run to accountability. Followers run from it. Right? You're not on this call because you're a follower. I'm just going to be honest. Nobody made you get on this call. You decided to wake up and get on this call this morning. So you have to decide, what am I going to get out of this thing? And maybe you've never set 3 appointments in a day before. And you're like, damn, that number is terrifying. Start with 1. Set 1 appointment every day, just for the next week, and watch what happens. You're going to start having some stuff moving around. And then after you set 1 for a week, go to 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. And 5 should be your minimum. But sometimes, you know, when we're for a 600-pound person, running a mile is kind of scary. So we got to start with going down like walking from the couch to the kitchen, right? Like, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. We got to start with something that's attainable. Y'all can set 1 freaking appointment a day. Like, I literally woke up this morning to somebody asking me to meet with them. Like, you do it enough, you'll be setting an appointment a day, no problem. You just got to understand what you're motivated by, guys. So today, 2 things. Well, I guess 3 things. At noon, Primerica is announcing the new company trip. If you did not watch the video that I posted from Dan Trombley in the Telegram last night, they're announcing a trip to an island that is a United States state, a United States of America state. You all can figure that out. If you don't know what that is, you should probably go back to the 3rd grade. So they're announcing a trip to Hawaii at noon. That's what I was heard, at least. I was told. So if it's wrong, don't shoot the messenger. That's what I was told. They're announcing the new trip today at noon, nonetheless. So even if it's not Hawaii, it's somewhere. But get on the call at noon. I will post the link. Okay. Actually, it's not the link. Log onto your POL. You all know how to do that. Log onto your app at noon Eastern time, and Glenn Williams is going to be talking about the new trip. So get on the new trip, or get on that and listen to it. He's going to tell you how to win the trip, what it takes to win, all the requirements, how you get points, all of that stuff. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to go over it. And guys, I'm serious right now. All 23 of you should be going to Hawaii. 6 or 7 of you should be going to Hawaii as new RVPs. It's 6 months away.
Crossing the stage is fun.
You get to cross the stage, premium, recruiting. We get to cross the stage through first. That'd be amazing. But guys, look, I'm serious. Like, make the decision today, Brian, that I'm going to get to RVP in 6 months. I'm going to Hawaii. And then set your 5 appointments. I'll tell you, it will take more than 5 appointments a day for you to get there, but you starting with setting 5 appointments a day will get that activity going. And just say, hey, you know what? Like all you guys with your cameras off. I know some of you guys got stuff going on. No worries. But every single one of you guys with your cameras off, I want to challenge you tomorrow. Show up with your camera on, a little bit more committed, a little bit more excited. And I'm not saying you're not committed right now. I'm just saying get out of bed a little bit earlier. Work on yourself, because you're not going to be able to go to Hawaii as the version of you that you are right now. You have to get better. So get your butt up. Get on the call. Be ready, be excited. Guys, we got training tonight at 7:00, right? So noon is the call that they're announcing the new trip. Our training is at 7:00. Dude, we had 42 people on last week. We need to break 50 tonight. This will be the first time we've ever broken a 50 actual people on training or at training this week. Every one of y'all brings 1. That's 46. And then we got one of Jenna's new people bringing like the whole city of Tampa to the op meeting tonight. So y'all got to bring some people, though. Get 1 person on the call tonight. Who is that 1 person you can invite to the call? Guys, we need to break 50. Like that is, and then here's the thing. You need to break 5 on your team. And if you've already broken 5, Every week, you should be shooting for 3 or 4 more on your team on the call. That's how you grow the business, guys. You recruit them and you get them on the training. You recruit them and you get them on the training. That's the secret. I'm telling you, that's the secret sauce. That's how you win in Primerica. You drive meeting attendance, guys. So listen, guys, I love you guys. I know I was a little bit hard on you this morning, but we got that new trip, guys. Look, I'm tired of going to these damn trips by myself. Well, with Taylor. I'm not tired of going with Taylor, but I'm tired of just us going. I want y'all to come as well and be a part of those trips. They're so fun, guys. Look, make that commitment to yourself that you're going. You're going to win. You're going to do whatever it takes, and you're going to win in your category. And tomorrow I'll show you guys where to go look so you can look at it. I'm going to challenge you guys every morning when you wake up to look at where you're at in the contest. There's no way that you lose if you're waking up and you're looking at it every day and the scoreboard's always in front of you. I'm telling you guys, you will have such an advantage on everybody else just because you're doing that, just because you're aware. Self-awareness is like the number one thing that it takes for you to get better. And that self-awareness is going to start with a contest. And maybe you're not a contest person. That's why you need an accountability partner that you're going to give $10 to every time you don't set 3 appointments. If you guys if you do what I'm telling you to do in the month of May, your team will look so different in June and your income will look way different in August. But it starts now. It starts this month. It starts with a higher activity level. Last thing, break your appointment setting record today. You're going to get that record breaker background, and everybody on the team, everybody on Tuesday nights is going to know that you're taking your business seriously and that you broke your appointment setting record. Guys, go break that thing, okay? Today, we're going to have somebody break that appointment setting record. I don't know who it's going to be. Maybe it'll be you, maybe not, but don't let it not be you. Don't let everybody else have the background and you're just sitting there with
Don't leave one redemption.
weird. Yeah, Taylor said not one redemption. Everybody on our team needs to have that record breaker background.
Don't be the one redemption.
By the end of the month, every single person. And if you're brand new and you've only set 1 appointment, guess what? You just got to set 2 and you get it's not that hard.
Okay.
You've been around for a little while, it's a little bit harder, right? Like I got to set 38 one day this month. I set 17 yesterday. I felt like I was working all day. So guys, it is intentionality, it's focus, it's what you focus on grows. Appointment setting, guys. Break your record today. Go type in the team Telegram. What is your appointment setting record? And by when will you break your appointment setting record? That's it. What is your appointment setting record?